to show our patriotism and overwhelming gratitude towards them. I am Juan Franco, the President-elect of the Hoover Military History Club.
And I am Alex, the Vice President-elect of the Hoover Military History Club.
Today we are hosting our very first Memorial Day ceremony at Herbert Hoover High School. It is an honor for us and for the school to host this significant observance. Firstly, please stand firm for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the nation and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We commemorate Memorial Day to honor the fallen soldiers who have valiantly fought for our freedom and safety in this country. I know that we are elevated in this event, but before that, we would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Achikian, Dr. Earl, Dr. Kachikian, the USD board members, Mr. Umansky, Ms. Mary Hovagimian, Ms. Arda Chakian, Captain Lowe, service members of the United States Army and the United States Marine Corps, the Hoover Band, the Hoover Choir, and the veterans for attending and making this memorial service possible. Memorial Day started when General John B. Murray, a Civil War hero and intensely patriotic, supported the idea of honoring the fallen Civil War soldiers. He then completely and marshaled the veteran support. On May 5, 1866, a village was decorated with flags at half-staff, draped with evergreens and mourning black. Veterans, civic societies, and residents, led by General Murray, marched to the strains of music to the three village cemeteries. 1 year later, on May 5, 1867, the ceremonies were repeated till this very day. We will now have our opening remarks by the Society's President and Event Head Organizer, Aaron Estrada. Please give him a round of applause.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to all. Firstly, I would like to thank and greet Mr. Umansky, Dr. Earl, and especially to Dr. K for making this event possible. Although we are 3 days earlier before the actual observance of the Memorial Day, today and on Monday are the days that we put aside to remember our fallen heroes. Memorial Day is a day to thank the valor of others and to pray that no heroes will ever have to die for us again. As President Ronald Reagan said, their lives remind us that freedom is not bought cheaply. It has a cost. It imposes a burden. But these men and women instill a sense of pride among citizens. They inspire new generations to raise their hands in service. There was Major George Andrew Davis Jr., a World War II flying ace with the Army Air Force. Before taking his remarkable skills to the newly created United States Air Force, flying an F-86 Sabre jet, he took down 14 North Korean, Chinese, and Soviet aircraft throughout his military career. He led his last mission on February 18, 1952, near the Manchurian border. Major Davis spotted 12 enemy MiGs roaring towards the friendly bombers of the U.S. Air Force. He sped through the rear and took down 2 enemy MiGs. Rather than evading, he chose to stay to take out his 3rd MiG. But he sustained a direct hit and lost his life. He was 31, and he was promoted to Lieutenant Colonel and was awarded with the Medal of Honor posthumously. And there was Army Technician 4th Grade Alejandro Estrada, a soldier from the Philippine Scouts. He is my great-grandfather. I am very proud of it. He gallantly fought the invading Japanese during the Second World War. During the Japanese invasion in the Philippines, he escaped Bataan Death March and became a guerrilla fighter, oppressing the Japanese sentries throughout the island of Luzon. When MacArthur relieved the Philippines and the war ended, he transferred to the newly created United States Air Force, where he became one of the head chefs of the Oak Club in Clark Air Base in the Republic of the Philippines. He's the one who inspired me to join and commit to the United States Air Force. From the American Revolution to the global war on terrorism, more than 1 million American veterans have made the ultimate sacrifice. They died so that we could enjoy the peace and prosperity of our nation. Therefore, we must ensure that those who make this choice and make the ultimate sacrifice can rest knowing that they serve with the thanks of grateful citizens and knowing that they won't be forgotten. Before I end my remark, I would like to convey that it is an honor to host and organize this event. This will be my last activity as a senior student of Hoover High School, an event that memorializes the greatest achievements and the sacrifices of the great people of this nation. I would like to thank Hoover High School for the amazing and fruitful opportunities and experiences. Thank you and happy Memorial Day weekend to all.
Thank you, Aaron, for your wonderful remarks. We may call Dr. Vivian Achikian, our district superintendent, to give a remark. Please give her a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you today and honor the courageous members of our armed services who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Let's give them all a big hand. As an immigrant to the United States, like many Americans, both born and naturalized, I feel incredibly fortunate to live in a country that values human rights and the thoughtful exchange of ideas and opinions. It's important to remember the sacrifices that brave women and men have made and continue to make so we may enjoy these freedoms. It's okay. We must also remember that millions of people around the world, including many of our own families living abroad, continue to struggle for these same rights. We honor our armed services members not only for their bravery, but also for the positive example they set for younger generations. Those who have served and sacrificed for our country model what it means to be a compassionate servant leader, to demonstrate resilience in the face of adversity, and to put others before yourself. I want to thank Aaron Estrada, let's give them a big hand, and the founding members of our Hoover Military History Club who understood the importance of recognizing and highlighting our valued military service members. Your passion and leadership inspire me and make me incredibly proud to serve as your superintendent. Thank you for inviting me to share this very special event today. I also wanted to recognize two of our board members, Mr. Greg Krikorian and Dr. Armand Karpetian, who are here and would like to know if they have any words that they would like to share. I'm hearing them say that I have represented them well here today. Thank you for what you do. Everyone that is involved, it truly takes an entire Hoover High School to make this happen. I'm touched, and every time I have a Memorial Day event to go to, I will think of the first one that I experienced at Hoover that was incredibly memorable. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Achikian. We would like to call Dr. Jennifer Earl, our school principal, to say a few words. Please give her a round of applause.
Good afternoon. I just want to thank Aaron and really give him a round of applause. This was his dream to make this event happen so that we could honor our service members in this country. I'm so proud of all of you, but today especially Aaron for having this dream and making it come true. As a person who grew up with Navy people in my household, this means a lot to me personally. So again, my thanks is both personal and as your principal. Thank you to board members and representatives and our superintendent especially for supporting Aaron in this work. And next up.
Thank you, Dr. Earl, for your remarks. And finally, we would like to call our very own Petty Officer First Class David Skates, our PE teacher, to give a wonderful remark. Please give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon. Hoover student staff, Dr. Earl, and assembled dignitaries, and a special welcome to Dr. Ekshi, our superintendent. I'm Petty Officer Skates, Marine Science Technician, First Class. It's my pleasure to participate in Hoover's inaugural Memorial Day recognition event. Memorial Day remembers all who paid the ultimate price in service of preserving freedom for the United States. It's my honor to share with you the memory of one such individual, Signalman First Class Douglas Monroe, United States Coast Guard. 8 months after the attack on Pearl Harbor, United States Armed Forces executed its first amphibious operation at Guadalcanal in the Solomon Islands. Positioned strategically in the bluffs of the island, Petty Officer Monroe sent and received semaphore messages to offshore destroyers as they fired 5-inch guns on the enemy with the goal of taking control of the island. Marines had twice attempted to subdue the ensconced Japanese forces, only to be cut down by machine gun fire. Signalman Monroe observed a third wave of Marines trapped on the beach with wounded that needed to be evacuated. At this point, Petty Officer Monroe took the initiative by choosing to maneuver an amphibious craft between the trapped Marines and enemy machine gun fire. This tactical move provided critical cover for the Marines to move off the beach to waiting boats for escape. Signalman Monroe manned a World War I machine gun on the bow of the craft to lay suppressive fire to the enemy. In doing so, he drew heavy enemy fire, resulting in fatal wounds to himself. The selfless devotion to duty allowed over 500 Marines to escape the beach. His dying words were a simple question: did they all get off? For his heroism, sacrifice, and effective actions, Petty Officer Monroe was posthumously awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. Thank you everyone for your attention. It's been a privilege participating in Hoover's first Memorial Day recognition event. Thank you, the American Military History Club, Aaron, and the assembled military.
Thank you so much, Mr. Skates.
We would like now to honor the soldiers who gave their lives for our country. Army Flight Officer James R. Rainbow. Marine Lance Corporal Pedro Barbosa Flores. Army Specialist Rel A. Rabago IV. Army Staff Sergeant Scott R. Studenberg. Marine Lance Corporal Rogelio A. Ramirez. Marine Lance Corporal Sergio H. Escobar. Army Specialist Adam J. Rosmea. Army Sergeant David J. Almasan. Army Private First Class Leroy Harris Kelly. Army Staff Sergeant Darrell R. Griffin Jr. Army Major Rocco M. Barnes. Army Captain Kafil H. Sims. Army Staff Sergeant Conrad Robinson. Army Specialist Daniela Rojas. Marine Lance Corporal Felipe D. Sandoval Flores. Army Technician 4th Grade Alejandro Estrada. Army Technician 4th Grade Pastor Molina. Army First Sergeant Juan M. Lucas. Army First Sergeant Cirilo C. Rios. Army Private First Class Candido R. Risto. Air Force Lieutenant Colonel James C. Willis. Army Staff Sergeant Casey J. Hart. Army Staff Sergeant Christopher Pantos. Army Staff Sergeant Timothy Luke Manchester. Army Staff Sergeant Anthony Bermudez. And all those who were not mentioned.
Please all rise for the entrance of colors. Please stay still and face the flag and place your right hand over your heart. Once again, please face the flag and place your right hand over your heart for our national anthem to be performed by the Hoover Tornado Marching Band and the Hoover Choir. We would now like to call Mr. Aram Davidian of the Hoover Tornado Marching Band to play the taps. Thank you for participating in the very first Memorial Day service at Hoover High School. We hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of your Memorial Day weekend.